From glamorous agents to fierce femme fatales, the women of Bond have captivated audiences since the release of Dr. No More. Each character brought something unique to the franchise, but not all left a lasting impression. Some faded into the background, overshadowed by the larger-than-life world of Seven, while others carved out a legacy that remains unforgettable. As we delve into the rankings, it becomes clear that the most memorable Bond girls are those who not only matched wits with the iconic spy, but also showcased strength, intelligence, and complexity. Characters like Vesper Lynd and Honey Rider stand out for their depth and impact, while others may be remembered more for their looks than their contributions to the story. The journey through this list reveals how these women shaped the Bond narrative, with some earning their place in cinematic history. As we explore the spectrum of these characters, the top spot is sure to spark debate, but one thing is certain: the number one Bond girl is a choice that cannot be easily contested. In the world of Bond films, Gloria Hendry made a significant impact as Rosie Carver in Live and Let Die. Her role was groundbreaking, as she became one of the first black women to appear as a Bond girl. This was a time when the film industry was not very diverse, and her presence on screen challenged the norms of casting. Hendry's character was not just a pretty face. She was strong, resourceful, and played a crucial part in the story. This portrayal helped to break racial barriers and open the door for more inclusive casting in Hollywood. Despite her powerful performance, Hendry faced limited opportunities in her career after the Bond film. Many actresses in similar positions found it hard to find roles that matched their talent. Hendry's work in Live and Let Die remains a significant moment in film history, as it highlighted the need for diversity and representation in cinema. Her legacy continues to inspire discussions about race and gender in the film industry, making her a memorable figure in the Bond franchise. In You Only Live Twice, Akiko Wakabayashi plays the character Aki, who stands out as a significant figure in the James Bond franchise. Her role introduced a refreshing sense of cultural diversity, showcasing not just beauty but also strength and autonomy. Aki is not merely a side character. She is a skilled operative who actively participates in the mission alongside James Bond. This portrayal was groundbreaking for its time, as it challenged the traditional roles often assigned to women in action films. Wakabayashi's performance brought depth to Aki, making her a memorable Bond girl who is both resourceful and independent. She embodies a sense of empowerment that resonates with audiences, illustrating that women can be just as capable and influential in high-stakes situations. The chemistry between Aki and Bond adds another layer to the film, as they work together to confront formidable challenges. By integrating a character like Aki into the narrative, the film not only entertained but also reflected a broader cultural landscape, paving the way for future representations of women in cinema. Akiko Wakabayashi's contribution to the Bond series remains significant, as it highlights the importance of diverse characters who possess their own agency and strength. In the world of Bond girls, Britt Ekland stands out for her role as Mary Goodnight in The Man with the Golden Gun. She brought a unique blend of humor and beauty to the character, making her memorable among the many women who have graced the franchise. Her portrayal was not just about being a pretty face. She infused her character with a playful charm that resonated with audiences. This combination of traits helped her become a beloved figure in the Bond series. Later in her career, Britt Ekland achieved cult status with her role in The Wicker Man. This film showcased her talent in a different light, allowing her to explore darker themes and complex emotions. The contrast between her roles in The Man with the Golden Gun and The Wicker Man highlights her versatility as an actress. While she is often remembered for her glamorous Bond girl persona, her work in horror and thriller genres has also left a lasting impact. Her ability to navigate different genres and characters has solidified her place in cinematic history, making her a standout figure among Bond girls. Jill Masterson, played by Shirley Eaton in the classic James Bond film Goldfinger, is a character that has left a lasting impression on audiences. Her portrayal of the Golden Girl is not just memorable, it has become a symbol of the dangers that lurk in the world of James Bond. In the film, Jill meets a tragic fate when she is covered in gold paint, leading to her iconic death scene. This moment is not only visually striking, but also serves as a powerful reminder of the risks associated with the glamorous yet perilous life that Bond leads. Shirley Eaton's performance captures the allure and vulnerability of her character, making Jill Masterson a standout among Bond girls. The image of her lifeless body, glimmering in gold, has become one of the most recognizable scenes in the franchise. It highlights the seductive yet deadly nature of the world Bond inhabits, where beauty can quickly turn to danger. Eaton's role in Goldfinger solidified her place in cinematic history, and her character continues to be discussed and analyzed by fans and critics alike. The impact of Jill Masterson's story resonates, reminding viewers of the darker themes that often accompany the glamour of the Bond universe. Portraying Fiona Volpe in the classic James Bond film Thunderball, Luciana Paluzzi brought a unique blend of danger and seduction to the role. Her character was not just another pretty face. She was a formidable antagonist who challenged Bond in ways that were both thrilling and captivating. Fiona Volpe was a member of the villainous organization Spectre, and her cunning intelligence made her a worthy opponent for the iconic spy. Paluzzi's performance showcased the complexity of her character as she balanced charm with a ruthless edge. This duality made Fiona Volpe stand out among Bond girls, who were often relegated to the role of mere love interests. Instead, she was a woman who could hold her own in a world dominated by men, proving that Bond girls could be powerful figures in their own right. Her striking looks and confident demeanor added to the allure of her character, making her one of the most memorable Bond girls in the franchise. Luciana Paluzzi's portrayal of Fiona Volpe not only elevated the film, but also set a new standard for female characters in action films, showing that they could be both seductive and dangerous. In the world of James Bond, Lois Chiles made a significant impact as Dr. Holly Goodhead in the film Moonraker. Her character was groundbreaking for its time, as she was not just a love interest but a CIA astronaut. This role challenged the traditional stereotypes often seen in Hollywood, where women were frequently relegated to secondary roles. Instead, Chiles portrayed a strong, intelligent woman who played a crucial part in the mission alongside James Bond. Dr. Goodhead was not only skilled and resourceful but also represented a shift towards more empowered female characters in action films. Chiles' performance highlighted the importance of women taking on roles that showcase their capabilities and intelligence rather than just their beauty. This was a significant step forward in advocating for stronger roles for women in Hollywood, paving the way for future generations of actresses. Lois Chiles' portrayal of Dr. Holly Goodhead remains memorable, as it broke barriers and set a new standard for female characters in the spy genre. Her role in Moonraker is often celebrated for its depth and complexity, making her one of the standout Bond girls in the franchise. The impact of her character continues to resonate, reminding audiences of the importance of representation and strong female leads in film. In the world of Bond girls, Isabella Scorupco stands out for her role as Natalia Simonova in the film GoldenEye. She brought a unique blend of toughness and compassion to her character, making her one of the most memorable figures in the Bond franchise. Natalia is not just a pretty face. She is a skilled computer programmer who plays a crucial role in the plot. Her intelligence and resourcefulness shine through, especially as she teams up with James Bond to thwart a dangerous villain. Scorupco's performance captures the essence of a strong woman who can hold her own in a high-stakes environment. She balances vulnerability with strength, showing that a Bond girl can be both fierce and empathetic. This duality resonates with audiences, allowing them to connect with her character on a deeper level. Isabella Scorupco's portrayal of Natalia Simonova has left a lasting impact on the Bond series and has solidified her status as a beloved Hollywood figure. Her ability to embody a character that is both relatable and inspiring makes her a standout in the long history of Bond girls. In For Your Eyes Only, Lynn Holly Johnson brought a youthful vibrancy that captivated audiences. Her portrayal of Bibi Dahl showcased a unique blend of athleticism and charm, making her a memorable Bond girl. Johnson's character was not just a pretty face. She embodied a sense of energy and enthusiasm that resonated with viewers. Her performance highlighted the balance between innocence and seduction, which is a hallmark of many Bond girls. The film allowed Johnson to display her physical skills, as she was involved in various action sequences that required agility and grace. This athleticism added depth to her character, setting her apart from other Bond girls who often relied solely on glamour. Johnson's ability to infuse her role with both charm and a sense of adventure made her portrayal stand out in the Bond franchise. Her chemistry with Roger Moore, who played James Bond, further enhanced the dynamic of the film. Together, they created a captivating on-screen relationship that was both playful and intense. Johnson's performance remains a significant part of the Bond legacy, illustrating how a Bond girl can be both strong and alluring. The combination of her youthful energy, athletic prowess, and engaging personality contributed to her lasting impact in the series. Lynn Holly Johnson's role in For Your Eyes only is often remembered fondly, as she brought a fresh perspective to the Bond girl archetype, making her a standout in the franchise. Jill St. John made a significant mark in the James Bond franchise as Tiffany Case in Diamonds Are Forever. She holds the distinction of being the first American Bond girl, which added a unique twist to the series. Her portrayal of Tiffany was not just about beauty. She brought a refreshing blend of humor and intelligence to the role. This combination made her character stand out in a series often filled with glamorous but less complex female characters. Tiffany Case is a diamond smuggler, and her quick wit and resourcefulness make her a perfect match for Sean Connery's James Bond. Their chemistry is palpable, and St. John's performance adds depth to the film. She navigates the dangerous world of espionage with a cleverness that keeps audiences engaged. The dynamic she created with Bond was unlike any seen before, showcasing a woman who could hold her own in a high-stakes environment. Her character's evolution throughout the film reflects a modern woman who is both savvy and capable. St. John's Tiffany Case is memorable not just for her looks, but for her sharp mind and spirited personality, making her a beloved figure among Bond girls. The impact of her role continues to resonate, proving that she deserves a top spot in the rankings of Bond girls. In the world of James Bond, Halle Berry made a significant impact as Jinx in Die Another Day. Her portrayal of this character was not just about being a beautiful Bond girl, it was about breaking barriers and setting new standards for representation in Hollywood. Jinx was a strong, independent woman who held her own alongside the iconic James Bond, played by Pierce Brosnan. This role marked a turning point, as Halle Berry became one of the first women of color to take on such a prominent role in the Bond franchise. Her performance resonated with many, showcasing a blend of strength, intelligence, and charisma. Beyond her role in the film, Halle Berry has been a champion for various social causes, using her platform to advocate for issues such as racial equality and women's rights. She has inspired countless individuals, proving that representation matters in the film industry. By stepping into the shoes of Jinx, Halle Berry not only entertained audiences but also paved the way for future generations of actors and actresses. Her legacy as a trailblazer in Hollywood continues to influence the industry today, making her a standout figure among Bond girls. In A View to a Kill, Grace Jones portrayed the character May Day, a role that significantly changed the portrayal of Bond girls in the franchise. Her performance brought a new level of strength and mystery that had not been seen before. May Day was not just a side character. She was a formidable presence who challenged the traditional image of women in the Bond series. Grace Jones infused her character with an avant-garde style that set her apart from previous Bond girls. Her striking looks and powerful demeanor captivated audiences, making her a memorable figure in the film. Jones's portrayal emphasized physicality and independence, showcasing a woman who could hold her own against the iconic James Bond. This shift in representation resonated with viewers, as it highlighted a more empowered female character. The combination of her unique fashion sense and commanding performance made May Day an unforgettable part of the Bond legacy. Grace Jones's impact on the franchise is undeniable, as she redefined what it meant to be a Bond girl, paving the way for future characters to embody strength and complexity. In On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Diana Rigg's portrayal of Tracy stands out as a pivotal moment in the James Bond series. Her character is not just another Bond girl. She is the only woman to become Bond's wife, which adds significant emotional weight to the story. Tracy's complex personality and her struggles resonate deeply, allowing audiences to see a different side of Bond. This relationship redefines Bond's character, moving him beyond the typical suave spy persona. Tracy's vulnerability and strength create a rich narrative that explores themes of love, loss, and sacrifice. The depth of their relationship challenges the often superficial connections Bond has with other women in the series. Rigg's performance brings authenticity and depth, making Tracy a memorable character who leaves a lasting impact on Bond's journey. This emotional connection elevates the film, showcasing how a strong female character can influence a male lead's development. Rigg's Tracy is not just a love interest. She is a transformative figure in Bond's life, making her one of the best Bond girls in the franchise. In The Living Daylights, Mariam Dabo portrayed a character that was both layered and vulnerable, bringing depth to the role of Cara Malovi. Her performance stood out in the Bond franchise, showcasing a woman who was not just a pretty face, but someone with emotional complexity. Kara was a cellist caught in a dangerous world, and Mariam's ability to convey her character's fears and hopes made her memorable. This portrayal resonated with audiences as it highlighted the struggles and strength of women in a male-dominated narrative. Later, Mariam Dabo celebrated the impact of Bond girls in her book, reflecting on their roles and significance in the series. She emphasized how these characters have evolved over the years, moving from mere sidekicks to fully realized individuals with their own stories. Her insights shed light on the importance of representation and the influence these characters have had on popular culture. Mariam's contributions to the Bond legacy go beyond her acting, as she continues to advocate for the recognition of women's roles in film. In the world of film and television, Jane Seymour made a memorable mark with her role as Solitaire in the James Bond film Live and Let Die. This character, a tarot card reader with a mystical aura, showcased her talent and charm, setting the stage for a versatile career. Seymour's performance captivated audiences and critics alike, establishing her as a significant figure in the entertainment industry. Following her Bond debut, she went on to achieve widespread acclaim for her role as Dr. Quinn in the beloved series Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. This character, a strong and independent doctor in the 19th century, resonated with viewers and highlighted Seymour's ability to portray complex, empowering women. Her work in this series earned her numerous awards and solidified her status as a talented actress. Throughout her career, Jane Seymour has demonstrated a remarkable range, taking on diverse roles in film, television, and theater. Her contributions to the arts continue to inspire many, making her a beloved figure in Hollywood. In Thunderball, Claudine Auger portrayed a Bond girl who broke the typical mold of female characters in the franchise. Unlike many of her predecessors, her character, Domino Vitale, was not just a pretty face or a mere love interest. Auger brought depth to Domino, showcasing a woman with inner conflicts and a significant role in the story. She was not only involved in the glamorous world of espionage, but also faced personal struggles that made her relatable and complex. Domino's character had a strong narrative influence, as she was caught between her loyalty to her lover and her desire for freedom. This layered portrayal allowed audiences to see her as more than just a sidekick to James Bond. Auger's performance highlighted the emotional weight of her character, making her a pivotal part of the plot. The film's success in presenting a Bond girl with such depth set a new standard for future characters in the series. Claudine Auger's portrayal of Domino Vitale remains a significant moment in Bond history, as it challenged the stereotypes of female characters in action films. Her ability to convey vulnerability and strength simultaneously resonated with viewers, making her one of the most memorable Bond girls. The impact of her role continues to be recognized, as it paved the way for more nuanced female characters in the franchise. Carol Bouquet as Melina Havelock in For Your Eyes only offered emotional depth, portraying a revenge-driven character with a powerful presence. Her performance stands out in the Bond franchise, showcasing a blend of vulnerability and strength. Melina is not just a side character, she is a woman on a mission, seeking justice for her parents' murder. Bouquet's ability to convey deep emotions adds layers to Melina, making her relatable and compelling. The film captures her journey as she teams up with James Bond, played by Roger Moore, to confront the villains. Their chemistry is palpable, and Bouquet's portrayal brings a sense of urgency to the narrative. She embodies a character who is not afraid to take risks, demonstrating courage and determination. Bouquet's striking beauty and commanding screen presence elevate the film, making Melina Havelock one of the more memorable Bond girls. Her character's complexity and emotional drive resonate with audiences, proving that she is more than just a pretty face in a glamorous world. The depth she brings to the role is a significant reason why many fans regard her as one of the best Bond girls in the series. In the world of Bond girls, Terry Hatcher stands out for her role as Paris Carver in the film Tomorrow Never Dies. Her character brought a unique emotional depth to the story, showcasing not just beauty, but also vulnerability and strength. Paris Carver is a complex character who finds herself caught in a dangerous game of espionage, and Hatcher's performance added layers to the narrative. She portrayed a woman who is not just a love interest, but someone with her own struggles and desires, making her memorable in the Bond franchise. After her role in the Bond film, Terry Hatcher achieved even greater fame with her leading role in the television series Desperate Housewives. The show became a cultural phenomenon, and Hatcher's character, Susan Mayer, resonated with audiences around the world. Her ability to blend humor with heartfelt moments showcased her range as an actress. Hatcher's journey from a Bond girl to a beloved television star highlights her talent and versatility in the entertainment industry. Her performances continue to be celebrated, making her a significant figure in both film and television. In the world of Bond girls, Tanya Roberts stands out for her role as Stacey Sutton in A View to a Kill. In this film, she brought a unique blend of strength and warmth to her character. Stacey Sutton is not just a pretty face. She is a determined and resourceful woman who plays a crucial role in the plot. Her character's resilience and intelligence shine through as she teams up with James Bond to thwart the villain's plans. Tanya's performance added depth to the film, making Stacey a memorable Bond girl. After her time in the Bond franchise, Tanya Roberts gained further fame through her role in the beloved television series That 70s Show. In this sitcom, she portrayed Midge Pinciotti, the mother of Donna Pinciotti. Her character was known for her caring nature and humorous interactions with the other characters. Tanya's ability to balance comedy with heartfelt moments endeared her to audiences, showcasing her versatility as an actress. Her journey from a Bond girl to a beloved sitcom mom highlights her talent and the lasting impact she made in the entertainment industry. In the world of James Bond films, Lana Wood made a notable impression as Plenty O'Toole in Diamonds Are Forever. Her character, introduced as a glamorous and witty woman, brought a unique blend of humor and charm to the film. Despite her limited screen time, Wood's performance left a lasting mark on audiences. Plenty O'Toole is remembered for her playful banter and confident demeanor, which added a light-hearted touch to the film's more serious moments. Lana Wood's portrayal showcased her ability to balance allure with a sense of fun, making her character stand out among the many Bond girls. The film itself, released in 1971, featured Sean Connery returning as the iconic spy, and Wood's character played a crucial role in the storyline, even if her time on screen was brief. The chemistry between Wood and Connery was palpable, and their interactions were filled with a delightful mix of flirtation and humor. This combination of charm and wit is what makes Plenty O'Toole a memorable Bond girl, even years after the film's release. Lana Wood's performance is often celebrated for its lightness, which contrasts with the darker themes present in many other Bond films. Her character's fate, while unfortunate, only adds to the intrigue surrounding her role. In the grand scheme of Bond girls, Wood's Plenty O'Toole remains a fan favorite, proving that sometimes a brief but impactful performance can resonate more than a larger role. The legacy of her character continues to be discussed among Bond enthusiasts, highlighting the importance of humor and charm in the franchise. Honor Blackman's portrayal of Pussy Galore in Goldfinger transformed the image of Bond girls in cinema. Before her, many female characters in the Bond series were often seen as mere sidekicks or romantic interests. However, Blackman's character was different. She was strong, independent, and had her own agenda. Pussy Galore was not just a pretty face, she was a skilled pilot and a leader of her own criminal organization. This made her a formidable counterpart to James Bond, played by Sean Connery. Their dynamic was unique, as she initially resisted Bond's charms, and even had her own plans to defeat him. Blackman's performance brought depth to the character, showcasing a woman who could stand on her own and challenge Bond's authority. This shift in representation was significant, as it paved the way for future Bond girls to be more than just love interests. They became characters with their own stories, strengths, and complexities. Honor Blackman's impact on the Bond franchise is undeniable, as she set a new standard for female characters in action films. Her legacy continues to influence how women are portrayed in cinema today. In the film The World Is Not Enough, Denise Richards takes on the role of Dr. Christmas Jones, a character that aimed to challenge the traditional stereotypes often associated with Bond girls. Unlike many of her predecessors, who were primarily defined by their beauty and allure, Dr. Jones is portrayed as a highly intelligent nuclear physicist. This character brings a refreshing balance of glamour and intellect to the franchise, showcasing that a Bond girl can be both attractive and smart. Denise's performance highlights her ability to embody a strong female character, who is not just a sidekick, but an essential part of the story. Her character's expertise in nuclear science plays a crucial role in the plot, as she assists James Bond in his mission. This portrayal was significant at the time, as it represented a shift in how women were depicted in action films. Denise Richards' Dr. Christmas Jones stands out not only for her looks, but also for her capability and resourcefulness. This combination of traits makes her a memorable Bond girl, and many fans appreciate the depth she brings to the role. The film successfully blends action with a message about the importance of intelligence, making Denise Richards' character a noteworthy entry in the Bond series. Eunice Gayson played Sylvia Trench, the first Bond girl in the iconic film Dr. No Noir. Her character was not just a love interest. She was a strong and confident woman who matched James Bond's charm and wit. This portrayal set a high standard for future Bond girls, showcasing that they could be more than just eye candy. Sylvia Trench was smart, flirtatious, and independent, making her a memorable character in the Bond franchise. Gayson's performance introduced audiences to the allure of Bond's world, where danger and romance intertwined. The chemistry between her and Sean Connery, who played Bond, was palpable and helped to establish the tone for the series. Sylvia's boldness and confidence made her a trailblazer among Bond girls, influencing how female characters were written in action films. Her role in Dr. No not only marked the beginning of the Bond girl legacy, but also highlighted the importance of strong female characters in cinema. Eunice Gayson's portrayal remains a significant part of Bond history, and her impact is still felt in the way Bond girls are characterized today. Sophie Marceau, as Elektra King in The World Is Not Enough, brought a new level of depth to the character of a Bond villain. Her portrayal was not just about being the typical antagonist. She infused Elektra with complexity and emotional layers that resonated with audiences and critics alike. This character was not merely a foil to James Bond, but a woman with her own motivations and struggles. Marceau's performance showcased a blend of charm, intelligence, and vulnerability, making Elektra a memorable figure in the Bond franchise. Critics praised her ability to balance the seductive allure of the character with a darker, more manipulative side. This duality added richness to the storyline, elevating the film beyond standard action fare. Marceau's Elektra King stands out as a significant contribution to the legacy of Bond girls, proving that they can be more than just eye candy. Her role is often cited as a turning point in how female characters are portrayed in action films, marking a shift towards more nuanced and powerful representations. Famke Janssen as Xenia Onatopp in GoldenEye redefined the concept of the femme fatale in the James Bond franchise. Her character was a striking blend of charm and lethal skill, captivating audiences with a unique mix of seduction and danger. Xenia was not just another villain. She was a complex character who used her allure to manipulate and overpower her enemies. Janssen's performance brought a new level of intensity to the role, making Xenia memorable for her ruthless tactics and unforgettable one-liners. Following her iconic role in GoldenEye, Janssen achieved further fame in the X-Men series, where she portrayed the powerful mutant Jean Grey. This role showcased her versatility as an actress, allowing her to transition from a seductive villain to a heroic figure. Janssen's ability to embody strong, multifaceted characters has made her a standout in Hollywood. Her portrayal of Xenia Onatopp remains a benchmark for future Bond girls, setting a high standard for the blend of strength and femininity. The impact of her performance continues to resonate, solidifying her place in cinematic history. Talisa Soto, known for her captivating role as Lupe Lamora in License to Kill, brought a unique blend of allure and mystery to the character. Her performance stood out in the James Bond franchise, showcasing her ability to embody complex emotions while maintaining an air of intrigue. This role was a significant part of her career, which has been marked by versatility and depth. Following her time in the Bond universe, Talisa continued to impress audiences with her work in films like Mortal Kombat, where she portrayed Kitana, a character that further highlighted her talent and charisma. Her journey in the film industry reflects a commitment to taking on diverse roles that challenge her as an actress. Talisa Soto's contributions to cinema, particularly in iconic franchises, have solidified her status as a memorable figure in film history. Her ability to fuse charm with a sense of danger makes her performances unforgettable, leaving a lasting impact on fans and critics alike. Maud Adams made a significant impact in the James Bond franchise with her roles in The Man with the Golden Gun and Octopussy. In both films, she brought a unique blend of depth and grace to the character of the Bond girl. Her portrayal in The Man with the Golden Gun as Andrea Anders showcased her ability to convey vulnerability and strength, making her character memorable. In Octopussy, she took on the title role, further solidifying her status as one of the most iconic Bond girls. Adams' performances were not just about beauty. They were layered with emotional complexity. She managed to create characters that were not merely love interests, but individuals with their own stories and motivations. This depth set her apart from many other actresses in the franchise. Her elegance and poise resonated with audiences, allowing her to leave a lasting legacy within the Bond universe. Her contributions to the series have been recognized by fans and critics alike, ensuring that her place in Bond history is secure. The combination of her talent and the memorable roles she played has made her a standout figure among Bond girls. In the world of Bond girls, Rosamund Pike stands out for her role as Miranda Frost in the film Die Another Day. Her character is not just a pretty face. She brings a level of cunning and depth that adds complexity to the story. Miranda Frost is a double agent, and Pike's performance captures the tension and intrigue of her character's dual loyalties. This role showcased her ability to blend charm with a darker, more manipulative side, making her one of the more memorable Bond girls in the franchise. Following her work in Die Another Day, Rosamund Pike continued to impress audiences and critics alike. She earned an Academy Award nomination for her role in Gone Girl, where she portrayed Amy Dunn, a woman who orchestrates an elaborate scheme to frame her husband for her disappearance. This performance further solidified her reputation as a talented actress capable of delivering powerful and nuanced performances. Her ability to navigate complex characters has made her a respected figure in the film industry, and her portrayal of Miranda Frost remains a significant part of her career. In The Spy Who Loved Me, Barbara Bach made a significant impact by portraying a strong Soviet agent named Anya Amasova. Her character was not just a sidekick to James Bond. She was a formidable equal who matched his skills and intellect. This portrayal was groundbreaking for its time, as it showcased a woman who was not merely a love interest, but a powerful figure in her own right. Anya Amasova was resourceful, intelligent, and capable, embodying the qualities of a modern female lead. Bach's performance helped pave the way for future Bond girls to be more than just glamorous figures. She demonstrated that women could be just as skilled and competent as their male counterparts, challenging traditional gender roles in action films. The chemistry between Bach and Roger Moore added depth to their characters, making their partnership believable and engaging. Her role in the film contributed to a shift in how female characters were written in the spy genre, leading to more empowered portrayals in subsequent films. Barbara Bach's legacy as Anya Amasova remains a highlight in the Bond franchise, illustrating the evolution of female characters in cinema. In the world of Bond girls, Eva Green stands out for her role as Vesper Lynd in Casino Royale. Her performance brought a depth and complexity that transformed the typical portrayal of a Bond girl. Vesper is not just a love interest. She is a character filled with emotion and conflict. Green's ability to convey vulnerability and strength made Vesper a memorable figure in the Bond franchise. Throughout the film, Vesper's relationship with James Bond evolves, showcasing a mix of passion, betrayal, and ultimately, tragedy. Green's nuanced acting allows viewers to connect with Vesper on a deeper level, making her struggles and choices feel real and relatable. This complexity elevates her character beyond the usual tropes associated with Bond girls. The chemistry between Green and Daniel Craig adds another layer to the film, making their interactions both intense and believable. Vesper's impact on Bond is profound, shaping his character and future decisions. Eva Green's portrayal of Vesper Lynd is a perfect example of how a strong performance can redefine a role, making her one of the best Bond girls in the series. In From Russia with Love, Daniela Bianchi brought a unique emotional depth to the Bond series, making her character stand out in a franchise known for its glamorous yet often one-dimensional female roles. Bianchi portrayed Tatiana Romanova, a complex character who played a vital role in the plot. Unlike many Bond girls, Tatiana was not just a love interest. She was a key player in the unfolding drama. Her character was caught in a web of espionage, manipulation, and loyalty, which added layers to the story. Bianchi's performance showcased her ability to convey vulnerability and strength simultaneously. She was not merely a pawn in the game of international intrigue. She had her own motivations and desires. This complexity made her character relatable and memorable. The chemistry between Bianchi and Sean Connery, who played James Bond, was palpable, enhancing the emotional stakes of their interactions. Her portrayal helped to elevate the Bond series, showing that female characters could be more than just eye candy. Daniela Bianchi's contribution to From Russia with Love remains significant, as it set a precedent for future Bond girls to be more than just accessories to the male lead. The depth she brought to her role is a testament to her talent and the impact she had on the franchise. Ursula Andress as Honey Rider in Dr. No became an iconic figure in the James Bond franchise. Her appearance in a white bikini, while emerging from the sea is one of the most memorable moments in film history. This scene not only showcased her beauty, but also redefined the image of the Bond girl. Before Honey Rider, female characters in action films often played secondary roles. Andress brought a new level of strength and allure to the character, making her a symbol of empowerment. Her portrayal set a standard for future Bond girls, influencing how they were written and presented. The combination of her charm, confidence, and physical presence made Honey Rider a character that audiences would not forget. This impact can be seen in the way later Bond films developed their female characters, often giving them more depth and agency. Andress's performance in Dr. No remains a benchmark for the franchise, and her legacy continues to resonate in popular culture. The influence of her role is evident in how Bond girls are perceived today, often seen as equal partners to the iconic spy rather than mere sidekicks. Ursula Andress's contribution to the Bond series is undeniable, and her role as Honey Rider will always be celebrated as a turning point in the portrayal of women in action films. Carey Lowell, known for her role as Pam Bouvier in License to Kill, brought a unique blend of grit and intelligence to the character. Unlike many Bond girls who often played the role of mere eye candy, Lowell's portrayal added depth and complexity to the film. Pam Bouvier is not just a pretty face. She is a skilled CIA agent who stands shoulder to shoulder with James Bond, showcasing her capability and strength. This strong characterization helped to redefine the role of women in the Bond franchise, moving away from traditional stereotypes. Lowell's performance was marked by a fierce determination and a no-nonsense attitude, making her one of the more memorable Bond girls. Her character's backstory and motivations were well developed, allowing audiences to connect with her on a deeper level. This portrayal established Carey Lowell not only as a significant figure in the Bond universe, but also as a versatile actress capable of taking on both mainstream and challenging roles. Her work in License to Kill remains a standout, proving that Bond girls can be more than just love interests. In the world of James Bond, Alison Doody made a memorable impact as Jenny Flex in A View to a Kill. Her character, a striking and cunning figure, showcased her ability to embody the charm and danger often associated with Bond girls. However, her role in the film was just the beginning of her journey in the entertainment industry. After her appearance in the iconic franchise, Alison transitioned into significant roles that highlighted her acting prowess beyond the confines of a Bond girl stereotype. She took on diverse characters in various genres, proving her versatility and depth as an actress. Her performances in films and television series demonstrated that she could tackle complex roles, moving away from the glamorous image often associated with Bond girls. This evolution in her career allowed her to gain respect and recognition in the acting community, showcasing her talent and dedication to her craft. Alison Doody's journey reflects a commitment to growth and excellence in acting, making her a noteworthy figure in cinema. The exploration of Bond girls reveals a rich tapestry of characters who have left their mark on the franchise. Each woman brought her own flair, from the seductive charm of Honey Rider to the complex emotional depth of Vesper Lynd. These characters often reflect the changing attitudes towards women in society, showcasing strength and intelligence alongside their beauty. While some Bond girls were merely eye candy, others played pivotal roles in the plot, challenging Bond and sometimes even outsmarting him. The impact of these women extends beyond their screen time, influencing how female characters are portrayed in action films. The debate over who deserves the top spot in the rankings highlights the diverse qualities that make a Bond girl memorable. Ultimately, the number one choice stands out not just for her allure, but for her significant contribution to the story and her lasting legacy in the Bond universe. The discussion around these characters continues to evolve, inviting fans to reflect on their favorite moments and the roles these women played in shaping the iconic series.